So in today's video, I will be covering the incredible Premier League classic of Liverpool and Newcastle, all the transfer news and everything that happened in the world of football today. So welcome to Pitch Invader. So we just witnessed a Premier League classic as Liverpool faced Newcastle. They had a bit of a rivalry because of the Isak transfer saga. We don't know Isak would be there in Newcastle or will end up at Liverpool. And Newcastle were playing this match with a bit of aggression, which was clearly seen because they dominated the first half. They were clearly the better team, but out of nowhere Gravenberch scored the goal, which made the scoreline 1-0. Then Anthony Gordon, with a silly tackle on Van Dijk, saw him take a red card, and Newcastle were a man down as well. In the second half, within the first 20 seconds, Hugo Ekitike scored the second goal. Liverpool at this point were 2-0 up and Newcastle a man down at this stage. Newcastle needed something to inspire themselves. They did when Bruno Guimaraes scored the header from a mistake by Kerkez. After that, it was 2-1. After 30 minutes of persistent attacks by Newcastle, the 10-man Newcastle finally scored the equalizer in the dying minutes, making it 2-2. But it was not the end, as Liverpool had other plans. They brought on a 16-year-old Rio, Slot's last move, who scored the winner in the 110th minute. He's just 16 and he scored at the 110th minute. It was incredible. It's a Premier League classic. And on transfer news, Liverpool might have competition for Marc Guehi, as Manchester City are also interested in him. And they are also trying to buy a new left winger. It can be either Bradley Barcola or Yusuf Fofana. So Bruno Fernandes' future is in doubt, as Bruno Fernandes' representatives are in talks with Al-Ittihad for a possible move. He wants a 33 million salary per year. Other than that, Chelsea offered Tyreek George in a swap deal for Garnacho, which Manchester United immediately rejected. Anthony is keen on moving to Real Betis, and Manchester United are currently negotiating with Betis for a move for Anthony. Rasmus Hojlund is in talks with Napoli and is in advanced talks, and Rasmus Hojlund would be sold on a loan with an obligation to buy. Chelsea are still targeting Xavi Simons and Garnacho for incomings, but they are highly reliant on selling players first. Players like Jackson and Nkunku has to be sold first in order to buy Simons and Garnacho. And for Nkunku is ready to take a pay cut and move on to a new club. Jackson is currently negotiating with Bayern Munich and he has agreed personal terms, and he might join Bayern on a loan. So Real Madrid are looking for another midfielder, as Dani Ceballos is set to leave Real Madrid after so many years. They are looking for a new midfielder, and their legend Lucas Vazquez might be heading to Bayer Leverkusen as a right back. And Rodrigo has informed his agents that he wants a new club. Teams like Liverpool, Arsenal and Manchester City are all interested in him, and we might soon get Rodrigo playing for a Premier League side. So Arsenal are in for another centre back, as they are targeting Bayer Leverkusen's Hincapie, who would challenge Gabriel, who is also a left-footed centre back and would be replacing Kivior. Other than that, Arsenal were suffering from an injury crisis, as Saka, Havertz and Odegaard, three of them are injured and won't be featuring versus Liverpool. Saka's injury is not that massive, as he will be out for 3 to 4 weeks. So after James Maddison's injury, Tottenham are desperately looking for an attacking midfielder. They have targeted Nico Paz and they bid 50 million for him, which was immediately rejected by Como. They are also trying for Morgan Rogers of Aston Villa. And Tottenham are also in for Hincapie, but he prefers Arsenal, and Arsenal might again hijack a deal from Tottenham. I hope you are entertained in the last few minutes. If you have watched the entire video, then you must have liked it. And if you did, My first aim is to reach 50 subscribers, out of which I have 7. And so please do subscribe to my channel